Man, it's crazy to think that January is already over, and it was a crazy month in the real estate market. And let me tell you, February is shaping up to be something special too. In this video, we're going to go over the February Denver Metro market reports and what to expect for this month ahead. The amount of craziness that we saw in January, honestly, is just going to continue to carry forward. So you're going to want to stay tuned so that way you know what the market stats are and what you should expect if you're looking to buy or sell in the Denver metro area. Welcome back to another video, or welcome if this is your first time. My name is Chad Johnerson and I am your Denver modern agent. So the first thing I want to touch on, I'm going to switch it up. We're not going to dive right into stats. I just want to talk about the three-pronged approach a lot of buyers agents are taking in order to get their buyers under contract. And like I mentioned in the January market update, if you haven't watched that, go ahead and click on that up here. But the Marshall fires impacted the market a ton, right? It's going to put a lot of pressure on us with, 900 plus families looking for homes. And right now, what we're seeing from buyers is there's three things, right? They're offering a crazy price. They're giving a massive appraisal gap. And then the third thing is they're pretty much waiving as many contingencies as they can, like literally saying, hey, look, we're not going to object to inspection. Let's just go forward and move through this transaction, but we'll just inspect the property, but we're not going to ask for any repairs or back out on that contingency. Now, I'm going to tell you why that's actually a really bad idea. Not only does it expose, you as a realtor to liability, but it exposes your clients to not just your buyers, but it exposes the sellers too, right? Because if you're completely waiving the inspection, and let's say it's not disclosed in the seller's property disclosure, and those buyers find out about it at a later time, even though they waived that inspection without it being disclosed, and it comes up and they find out, hey, the sellers actually had no knowledge of this and they didn't disclose it because they didn't think it was that important. That can open up a whole can of worms. You don't want to do that. You want to avoid that at all costs. What you should do is limit your inspections to major health and safety items and have a very, very small window for your inspections if you're really looking to get under contract. But enough of that. Let's just jump into the stats and get right down to it. First things first, talking about active listings at month's end. We're actually at a lower inventory than we were at the beginning of January. And I said it was crazy then, it's even crazier now. There's only 1,184 active listings at the end of January going into February. That is down 19.8% from the prior month and 48% year over year. That is absolutely mind-blowing. I can't even wrap my head around it. These inventory levels are so dramatically low that it's just putting so much pressure on people that live in the Denver metro area and people that are moving here. Now, for closed homes, we only closed 2,847 homes in the month of January. That's down 40% month over month, which is absolutely wild. We just had literally no inventory, so no sales, obviously, throughout January. Now, year over year, we're down 11.8% on those closed homes. Now, the average close price was $609,132, which is down 2.73%. That's good. We're seeing maybe a little bit of letback, but honestly, I think throughout this month, people are going to be trying to beat interest rates, and I think we're going to see that number go back up maybe like crazy. But that's up 11.2% year over year, so still a massive amount of appreciation some people are seeing in their homes in just 1 year. Now, the closed price for the median was $540,000, which is down 0.9% for month over month, and it's up 18.66% year over year. So still, the median home price keeps rising. That's really great for people that are honestly getting into the market right around now. If you're getting in under that median price, you're in a pretty good spot when the market does inevitably correct, because it will at some time. But I don't see it happening anytime soon because there's still a lot of money, a lot of strict lending requirements, and there is honestly still relatively low interest rates in comparison to how it has been 10, 15 years ago. Now the average days in the MLS was 20 days, which is up 11.1%, which is great. I mean, we're seeing, inventory stay on the market a little bit longer. I think it's, just because people are kind of coming off the holidays. Not many people are probably shopping for homes. I think we're going to see that change here in February, but that is still down 25.9% year over year. So just a drastic decrease in days in market. Okay, so there's some other crazy stats that I just want to go over just to kind of put in perspective how wild this market has been that we have been seeing these last couple years. Guys, this isn't normal. Don't think this is going to be the new normal, but it's just something that we have to live with for right now. But from 2010 to 2019, Denver's real estate market grew by about $212 billion. Now that's a great amount that it grew by, but from 2020 to 2021 alone, it grew another $208 billion. In 1 year, it about matched the growth that we saw for 9 years. That is just an exponential growth curve when you really do step back and take a look at it. Now, the pressure that we were seeing from the Marshall fires, there are people that are buying homes in those areas that, were in those burn areas, maybe homes that weren't necessarily affected, but like the house next door was burned down. Those homes are going under contract after just 2 days on market, and they're just still in such high demand. Like, people don't care, right? I mean, it was a freak accident, but it just kind of goes to show this market is still moving extremely fast. It doesn't matter even if it is in a prior fire hazard area, right? And people move into those places. Another wild statistic, just to put in perspective how low this inventory is. I said we had 1,184 active listings at the end of January. On average, we have about 13,000-ish listings at the end of January. Let that sink in. That is just a massive amount of listings that we're just missing, right? And the highest amount of listings that we saw in 2008 was 24,550. But, this last month was the lowest that we have ever seen on record. So it just goes to show it's competitive out there. Don't lose faith. Keep at it. Keep working hard. Keep getting creative. You're going to get into a house sooner or later. The last thing I want to touch on is to give you kind of perspective of how much people are offering over list price on homes right now. People are trying to beat interest rate hikes. So on average, we're seeing things go from anywhere from 10% to 22% over list price. So keep that in mind when you're making offers on homes. It's just the nature of the beast right now and what we are faced with in this crazy market that we have. But guys, as much as I do love making these videos, I just have to remind you that, I am a licensed realtor here in Denver, Colorado. So if you do need help with anything real estate related, feel free to comment down below or shoot me an email or send me a text, give me a call, however you need to get a hold of me. All my contact information is down below. I appreciate you all so much for watching the video. And if you want to check out some new builds, check out these playlists right here.